Howdy, partner. You're listening to the High Noon Podcast with your host, Mason Smith.
Woo-wee! Yeehaw, motherfucker. Welcome to another episode of High Noon. I got my trusted sidekick, my co-host,
motherfucking Nicholas Ceppaglia. Nicholas Ceppaglia. Motherfucking Nicholas Ceppaglia.
and returning guest, Chase motherfucking Abel, everybody, from Boston. Yeah.
Bro. What's good,
Hell
man?
yeah.
What's up, man?
Glad to see you. Glad to have you back on. So Chase, you were like episode 20 something when when me and Andrew Vickers started the podcast.
I remember that.
It was audio only.
It was cool.
And I want to test my memory. So I know you're an African refugee. Right?
I mean, not right now.
Not right now.
I got Jordans on right now.
But you were, though, yeah. But you once were I think you said it last night, in the 80s is what you said.
Yeah.
And so, anyways.
It was a great time to be a refugee.
Now, here. New Tree. Uru Tree?
Close.
It's something, right?
It's
Eritrea.
Eritrea.
See, dude, hey, that's pretty good. I was pretty close.
Actually, you were pretty close.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends don't get it. They
dude.
just say, they'll just, shorten it, and they'll just say E-tree.
That's what I was trying to go for, E-tree. Oh, that's funny. Hey, I feel pretty good about that, actually, that I remembered that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you know where that is?
Africa.
Yeah, well, just what part?
You know.
So, yeah. Somewhere.
No, I don't know.
This is gonna be fun.
Got him.
I don't know, but yeah. So Chase is a Boston comedian, and he was one of the first comedians that was nice to me when I started doing comedy, and had no reason to be. He's this fucking guy, all over the fucking road.
Yeah, man. I try to be, man. You know, try to just be a cool, not cool, but just try to be just at least sincere in every moment with people. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound corny, but it's just be nice to people.
There's a lacking of that these days.
Yeah. So, how many times have you had to restrain yourself from smacking him with the things that comes out of his mouth, though?
No,
especially being a black man.
No.
This guy.
Yo, Mason's like a white, he is kind of like a nigga though.
Yes.
You still can't say it.
Yeah.
I would never.
He does nigga shit. He does some nigga shit. And I'd be like, yo, I kind of get it.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
That's so funny. I feel cool.
Yeah, you do seem a little cooler to me now.
Hell yeah.
But Mason just come and I remember Mason back in Boston. He'll just he'll say what he wants to say, And I mean, not to say that's only niggas say that. I'm just saying he says what he says, and he's unapologetic about it. And
speaking mind,
and the intention is always fun, and like you said, he reciprocated that energy, that good energy back. So I was we just kind of connected.
That's awesome. Yeah, same thing. That's how we.
Yeah. We didn't fuck or anything, but
yeah. Hey,
we did.
There's still time.
Great, no?
There's still time, dude. Also, you're doing fucking. You look good, man. You're doing fucking jujitsu now.
Yeah,
you like that?
My body doesn't, but I definitely.
It's
do
fun,
sure.
yeah. And you've been doing it for a couple years now, right?
Yeah, I started, because I was 268 pounds, bro.
Yeah, dude, you look good, man.
And then I was just big and just eating Wendy's after sets at 1 in the morning.
The worst time.
Way of the road.
Oh man, and I'm just but I loved it. That's the thing. It was just the Big Macs, #1 meals, extra cheese. What Dr. Pepper, son, with an ice cream, dude. I would go down rabbit holes.
Dr. Pepper.
That's my go-to. My second go-to after.
Dude, I don't even know the last time I tasted a Dr. Pepper.
To me, it tastes like Coke and prune juice.
It's really sweet. Dr. Pepper's the sweet. It's sweet, right? Yeah. Super syrupy.
It's a little. It's kind of you know what it is Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is kind of hooking up with a fat chick but has a really fine face.
Oh, dude, I was just talking about this earlier. Hey, would you rather? Hey, I got a question for you. Would you rather bang an ugly girl with a banging, skinny, nice body, or a fat chick that's got a beautiful, stunning face?
Well, I'll fuck a fat chick no matter what. Doesn't matter. It does, because that's a hard question. Nah, I mean, it's I think That's tough.
I mean, I know my answer.
What's your answer?
I'd rather an ugly girl with a banging body.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
How about you?
I think I'd go the same way because I mean, eventually, you're with them for the rest of your life in this scenario.
Well, the lights could be off too.
But yeah, but I mean, as they age, they're just gonna get older and older and older, and you're already gonna be used to not liking what their face looks like. So yeah,
That's a good point, I guess.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd say a curvy chick with a beautiful face.
No, I said fat.
I'd say a fat chick with a beautiful face.
You see, try to get out there.
I'm doing PR for Absurd.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is actually good because like back to fat chicks. Right?
Yeah.
Like since I've been doing like mixed martial arts, like the big chicks I've been having sex with, like they're no problem now. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh
be-
yeah.
I be
Yeah.
handling them.
Hey, didn't you?
picking them up
You
and
can roll
shit,
with them.
Like
Chase,
I'm really strong now.
Yeah, hell
I've been
yeah.
going in on these fat chicks, bro.
Dude.
lifting them up.
Hey, didn't you say? I don't remember. I think this was real. I heard you used to do this story on stage about you went to bang some older lady and she made you eat lasagna first or something.
Nah, son. Yo, yeah, it was meatballs. That's how. It was. Yo, it was
What was that?
it was meatballs, son. Like, okay, so I was driving for Lyft. You know, this is like during COVID, where like which fucked up everything for comedy. You know, like,
Yeah,
the
especially in Boston.
Yeah, for sure, because it was like stage time and everything, and I'm sure it was like that for like a lot of people in the country. But so I had to fucking make money, and then I was driving for Lyft, and I picked up this Italian chick, like she's like mad old, like she's older, like in her 50s.
You said mad older.
Respectively, she was like older and shit. And she's like, she had that Italian Boston accent, and like she's like, I'll make you some meatballs. Actually, when she first got in the car, she's like, oh, you're so handsomely, like you're a handsome black guy.
Okay, so she didn't say for a black guy, right?
Nah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but if she said that, I would have been that would have been way more interesting.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Because I was like, I'm the only one. Like that's cool.
It is
Yeah.
Well, she just
Okay,
said
it makes it
you're
exclusive.
another one. You're a handsome black guy. I mean, that's better than handsome for a black guy. That sounds
Yeah.
more racist than like her. She's just looking at you and noticing you as you are. So I mean, I've had women of all types of things go, you're a pretty handsome white guy. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks.
You're handsome for a pedophile.
They all
Yeah, so
are,
she was,
right?
yo, it's crazy, right?
But yeah, so
So she's just, whatever. She was like, I'll make you some meatballs, come over the house. I'm like, what? Of course. Like, I didn't even eat like the whole day. I saved like the whole day for like eating these meatballs. And she she got in. She wanted to have like sex before feeding me. I'm like, you don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
who fucking raised you? Like, you don't fucking have sex before you eat. Like, I'm from old school.
yeah.
I wanted to eat meatballs. I didn't want to even like fuck her. Like,
Yeah, right. You were like, I guess, but
Yeah, she
let me
fuck-
get my meatballs
She held
first.
she just held my dick for hostage for these meatballs. It was
Right.
Like, it was weird. Like,
She wanted your meatballs before
I don't know.
you
Maybe
got
she
the
just didn't want you
meatballs.
getting sluggish after like a full stomach or something, right? You didn't get the.
Well, that's a good point too.
I mean, I would eat after sex.
Yeah, I would eat after sex
for
too,
real?
but if you were, I feel like you were trying to get to eat the meatballs and then not have sex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so-
I get that.
so
you
in
weren't-
that
you weren't
case-
going over there to
In
fuck,
that case,
you know,
I
but-
get that,
Oh,
right?
she was on like hella like she came from. I picked her from the ER of St. Elizabeth Hospital. Like she was.
She had gout from all the meatballs.
I don't know what the she was. She like I think she was on.
She's like, my husband just died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pieces left over from the funeral service.
Oh,
it was. Yeah, so
yeah. It's someone left a casserole too. Let me go get that.
I appreciate though for but I appreciate you guys for having me on, man. This is
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
And also, just real quick, you got your new podcast, Cut to the Chase,
Yeah, man.
and you do it solo.
Solo. No, I do it so. Not only solo. I actually have a co-host, producer that he's on. He's Nick Assad. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, dude, I love Nick.
Yeah.
I've done his podcast.
Yeah.
And he's done High Noon. He did an audio only one.
Yeah, Nick's been helping me a lot with like building up the podcast.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
super cool, dude.
He's super cool. Yeah.
Does he still do comedy or no?
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't done it in like a little bit,
Okay.
But he's starting to get like he's starting to build up.
And so are you doing like Tim Dillon style, like you just kind of like rant, but like with him, or do you have guests?
I have guests. I've had some guests on already. I've had like a guest like Corey Rodriguez on, from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, were you in that movie with them? The one that Stavros and Will Noonan and him did? Were you in that?
Nah. What I wasn't in that, and like
What's that called again?
Delivery?
Delivery? No.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Damn, now I feel bad that I don't remember.
It's all
Stop
good.
from Gumtown, or is this
Stavros was in him. So
movie or short film?
Yeah, no, it was like an independent film that they did during the pandemic in Boston.
Yeah.
And they like hired a bunch of us like open micers to be like in the background and
You were
stuff.
in it?
I didn't go because they wanted you to get a fucking COVID test or whatever, and I was very like, well, I'm not fucking doing that.
A test, just a test, not even a vaccine. You just wouldn't even take that test for it. You're like, man, you're dumb. I won't take a test at all. I do all types of classes and I hate the tests.
I don't like tests. Anyways, but so you weren't in that though.
Nah, man, no, I wasn't in that.
I couldn't. I thought you were.
No, I wasn't in that. But since I've been here though, like first of all, like Austin, Texas, like
You've been enjoying it.
Yeah, man. Yo, you guys are like, this place is like kind of lit. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of like young energy. You know what I mean? Good energy. You know, people are actually like comics are. It seems like they're really about their business. You know, like
absolutely, yeah,
like
because
they're not fucking around. You know, like
well, you got to think about it, man. Most of the comics that are here uprooted their whole life to move here for what it is, like for what is happening here. So no one moved here to just fuck around.
Yeah.
Like the caliber of people that have moved here that are like, we're hungry. Like this is we're moved here for a reason.
Yeah, you're hungry.
We're here to fucking get it. You know.
Yeah, that's a good energy to be in because I believe like as a comic specifically, you got to surround yourself with like really good
other funny people and other people who are like minded. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you got to do one of the best shows in town last night too. You got to do a Filthy Show.
Yeah, Filthy Show.
It was fucking
which
dope.
I didn't even know because like I just the guy
Adam Lucky.
Adam, man, yeah, he's fucking really,
the man. Yeah, he's cool.
Really cool cat. And he just he put me on and actually Nat introduced me to him.
Oh, okay.
Nat, yeah, shout out to Nat, man. He put me on too.
Cool,
like,
hell yeah.
You and fucking Nat really showed me like love down here.
Yeah,
so.
fuck yeah, dude.
And yeah, so he put me on that show, and it was like packed. Like
dude, that's like that every Saturday.
That line was
check
out
out
the door.
Filthy Show at Creek and Cave.
Yeah, that line was out the door. I'm like, yo, every show that I did in Austin last night was packed.
Oh, dude, you got to do the first show at Kingdom.
Yeah,
that's fucking cool as shit.
That was
you think that it was good sound, everything like as far as the club went.
Yeah,
it was cool.
It was I mean, aesthetically, it's not like traditional like a comedy club style,
right? Because it's an EDM club, technically.
Yeah, I mean, aesthetics are always going to be part of like there's going to be some like things you got to work through, but as far as like the energy of the crowd, packed.
Yeah,
like
dude, in the Austin crowds are so much more like. Did you feel that the crowds here were more willing to like let you get away with stuff?
Oh yeah, that actually surprised me because I thought I was like, you know what I mean? It kind of
uptight.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like
dude, Vulcan crowds in particular are wild. Like they get like drunk, like like Vulcan. Wouldn't you say Vulcan crowds are mostly like drunken, like wild shows?
Well, it's I mean
that's kind of the theme,
so hyped for it.
Right.
Because I mean, Rogan talks about it so much. Like people come here to go to Vulcan.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I think what Rogan has done, just like to kind of like voice like prematurely like kind of be the catalyst behind this. You know what I mean? Of like because he talked about moving here and like Austin's like he's always was like bigging up Austin. And then he was like, "There's a great scene here," and then people started moving here. Right? It's like, and I heard he's gonna open up a club here.
Yeah,
right?
it's I think at the end of February or like beginning of March. I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that Filthy Show was like
it was dope, right?
Yeah. Because me, like I've done your shows in Boston, so like
dude,
like my style's kind of like I like to like
you like to talk, you like to hang out a little bit. Yeah,
Sometimes people are like, yo, like you're just chilling and you're talking. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but you when you're good at it though, you can get away with it. Like and you like I remember I think fuck that audio episode. I'm gonna say this again. I remember one of the first times I saw you was you randomly came to Sterling's open mic at Improv Boston.
Okay.
And I didn't know you at the time. I Googled you after this because I was like, there's no way he would have done that if he was just some fucking first timer.
What did I do?
You went on stage and it was 4-minute sets and you literally just stood there leaning against the wall telling Sterling, she lit you and you go, nah, I'm not done. I'm just going to keep going. And you were fucking with Sterling. You were like, nope, you're going to have to make me leave. And you stood up there for like 12 minutes. But you were still doing still joking and doing jokes, but you were like, I'm not done. Not done, Sterling.
Yeah, I mean,
And I was like, this guy's cool as shit.
I mean, the intention of it for me was never for it to be like rude, probably, but
it was funny.
But it was like
it
playing
didn't
off
seem like you weren't being like a weird about it.
Yeah.
It was a very fun, clearly you knew her.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't weird or anything.
Yeah.
But for someone that didn't know you, it was like, this guy's being he's a rebel. Look at him running that light.
Nick doesn't fucking agree. Hasn't said anything 5 minutes.
I'm dealing with some computer thing.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
no worries.
But yeah, dude. So speaking of my shows, I asked you to headline one of my crack shows at the Crack, and
that was fun.
one of the indoor ones, and you did 35 minutes and absolutely killed. In front of those fucking wild ass regulars in Quincy, those fucking Irish crazy psychopaths, they loved you. But dude, do you remember? You also did it. Do you remember when it was outside on the patio underneath that tent in the rocks?
Yeah, I do.
And I think I did about 9. I got away with 9 of them. And then the last 3, remember the health department kept showing up?
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Dude, I come to find out, that was because comics were calling and telling on me for doing that fucking show.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
During
Okay.
COVID?
Yeah, it was.
you totally have it.
I've said it before. Yeah, but they were calling and reporting it.
Yeah.
And to the health department.
Oh,
fucked
Were they
up.
not getting on the show? Is
That's
that
not
why?
cool.
Huh?
Were they not getting on the show?
It was all people who were too scared to go out. It was all people who were doing Zoom comedy, and it was it's like, dude, just mind your fucking business, man.
Yeah.
And that was in we got shut down in the end of September from doing that.
So that's the thing, man. That's the thing about comedy now. There's a lot of, and I don't like to be I hate to kind of say this sometimes, but it is a truth where it's there's a lot of pussies in comedy. You know?
Yeah, lot, and that's the people who like Zoom comedy.
Yeah, I'm.
Fucking Zoom comedy. That was a travesty.
It's terrible, dude.
I remember watching one and I'm just like, oh, this is horrible.
Dude, and even here's a prime example. Norm Macdonald, legend, R.I.P., one of the greatest minds in comedy that we'll ever have or will ever have.
Oh yeah.
He had to do he wanted to get that on recording, the hour that he was going to be running for Netflix, and they released it. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
It's
but
very sad. It's more sad than anything.
Oh really?
But what? I mean,
he's dead.
Well, no, I mean, because it's like, goddamn, because it's just him talking into the computer. But it's brilliant anyways because it's Norm. But it's like, if Norm doesn't make you fucking die laughing watching a Zoom show, then nobody's gonna make you fucking.
I did the one that I did watch when it first came out. A buddy of mine, shout out Taylor Evans from California, hilarious dude. But I just remember him doing his set, but doing it on his phone, not on his computer. He had it hooked up to his phone.
Holding it.
But he was walking around places doing his set in public around people. I thought that was the funniest
That's kinda
thing.
funny,
I was
yeah.
like, that makes it way funnier.
Remember podcasting became Zoom podcast too, and I remember there was a few I forget which. I think it might have been an Are You Garbage episode, and the guy they interviewed, he did it in his car with his phone.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting in his car doing the fucking podcast.
I'm just thinking the time where Mason, I'm just thinking back in those days when Mason was running your shows, and I'm just like, yo, this dude is. I never met a dude from Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just this dude. I knew at any point if I had any industrial type of issues with my car or some type of mechanic shit, I'd be like, oh, I got a guy. Mason's the dude.
Well, I'd be the guy. I was the guy if you needed something. I was a welder for 11 years.
You son of a bitch.
So I could have welded your car for you.
You were in Boston for 8 though, right?
Yeah, I was in Boston for 8 years. Yeah.
Fucking dick. Every episode, you son of a bitch.
I like talking about. So, dude, at Vulcan, when people are coming through the line, a lot of Massachusetts come through, and I'll go, "Oh, I'm from Boston." And all the other door guys will all make fun of me because they're like, "Oh, I'm Mason. I'm from Boston." Like, yeah, because everybody from Boston talks like that.
Oh, your voice was very like it was very different. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell like,
Dude.
oh, this motherfucker got some underlining shit to say.
Dude, I used to, my opening line in Boston would always be, "Hey guys, how's it going? I was born and raised here. I was born down south, Plymouth." And people,
Yeah, exactly.
and people would go, "Aha!"
I know. Oh, yeah. Right. That was nice.
Yeah,
That was nice.
always got to throw a little local reference in there,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh man, that's
First of all,
funny.
Nick, on some real shit, I fuck with Nick on some real shit because like anytime like a white dude who has a nose ring, like I fuck with him.
Oh, I
Oh, yeah.
forget you have a nose ring.
Yeah. I
He's like Tupac.
It's so
I've had it
gay.
for
It's so gay. I blocked it out.
Yeah, same thing I could say about a lot of things you do.
I don't eat fruit with a fork.
Where's your candle?
You
fucking
I love
loser.
candles.
I make the candles too.
Yeah, I love
Yo, I just bought an ill one. I just bought a dope ass one.
I mean, I like candles too, but he makes fun of his roommate for eating like chopped melon with a fork. But he's over here like last time I was just like, Nick, you gotta check out this candle my mom just sent me.
No, that one I got from my grandparents. Gave it to me.
Oh, so he's got multiple.
Yo, I'm big on scents, bro.
Oh, I love candles. That's
Yeah.
why it
But
smells good in here.
I'm big on like different scents.
Yeah.
I'm a scent cat.
I like. Do you like? Here. We'll talk about candles for a second. Do you like the sweeter smells, or do you like the fruitier, or like white linen?
No. I like a white linen.
Okay, so
a clean, like a
Okay,
summer breeze,
Febreze,
Bayside breeze.
Okay, yeah.
white linen.
Morning
So
dew
do you?
kinda
Let me ask you
stuff,
this:
like-
Clean,
according
crisp.
to the time of year, because Boston, you actually have seasons,
Yeah.
which fall is my favorite. I love a pumpkin spice, but do you change your candles according to the season?
Yes.
So that I do too. So when you walk in, it's like, oh, it smells like pine trees. Must be winter.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, well, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one
But
candle.
Still,
It's
do
really
you
nice
do that
though.
here?
Because I hate the weather here.
Yeah.
Because it's like warm outside and it's January,
Yeah.
and I love Boston weather. I love Boston.
Aren't you from Arkansas?
Yeah, we have winter.
understand.
We still have weather there. This is no weather. It's like 80 degrees right outside, and it's January.
Are you
I hate it. It's fucked up. So I have to force myself to still buy candles that are for this season, so I can still pretend. And
He just doesn't like to smell pine trees when it's hot outside.
yeah, or pumpkin spice, or
Right.
So I'll crank the AC too, so that I can get it like good and cold in
I
here,
feel like
and
you
pretend that it's winter.
I feel like you have like a membership. Like you have like you pay dues at Starbucks. Like you drink at Starbucks with that. Like,
I don't like coffee.
no. Okay.
I mean, when I was a welder for 11 years
We get it.
in Boston for 8, and when I was there, I would get. Oh, his headphones are off. You missed
No, I'm
it.
good. I just kind of like little.
But no, I would do an iced. But here's how I would get it. I would get a Dunk's iced coffee because it was right by the shop. Every day at 9:00, I'd get a medium iced coffee, but with caramel, cream, and sugar. It had to be doused with all the shit to make it not taste like
that's
coffee.
already a Dunkin' coffee.
Yeah, I hate coffee. I hate it.
Yeah.
Everybody check
Are
out
you-
Drinking Coffee with Nick coming out every Monday on
Hey,
YouTube.
hey, but
like Mason's been on it, and all he did was bring a fucking beer.
No, I brought Miller Lite.
And then he brought a bunch of Miller Lights.
You know what's funny
He
about
clipped a lapel mic to his sweater.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, have you? So
it's-
when I
it's
was in
beer,
Boston,
it's
I
so
always,
good, yeah.
I always kept it buzzed. But have you seen? You want to see it?
Yeah.
Dude, the lapel mic clipped right to it.
Okay, this is. Can I discuss something right now?
Yeah.
Like, all right, this is the thing. Like,
It's soft too.
I don't have like.
It is soft. You made me feel
You
it.
wanna
It is
feel it?
actually soft.
Here, you want to touch it?
Nah,
Especially not on camera, dog. Like,
like it's just. But I'm just saying, like people who have like hair like that, like, do you just like this is what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. Like,
Well, so I kept it buzzed for the longest time.
Yeah.
Because the wife liked it to be buzzed.
Yeah.
And so, but now, like, I do whatever I want now.
Sure.
And I just don't mind it. And I think it's a funny gag when you're all drinking somewhere, and then and then I'm drunk and I go, "You want to see my belly hair?" And I just go like this. and everybody laughs.
It's crazy. I don't know why it makes it.
Also, he can't keep
I
trimming
love
it.
do-
He
I
can't
love-
keep trimming the front because he'll trim the front more than
No, I don't
his
trim-
back than his
I don't
back.
trim the front at all.
No, I'm saying that's why you don't, is because then you would have like just a trimmed front, and then that's what would your
Because
back
it's the only
looks
thing
like.
I could reach.
Yeah, it's the only thing you can reach.
Yeah.
I think I sent you. I don't know why, but Mason. I always said Mason like America emojis
Yeah. Why?
because I don't know, because you're from Arkansas.
I'm not even that big on America.
I don't know.
Like a flag or like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
flag?
Oh, I
Like, he'll
noticed
say,
that.
hey, yeah, Gabe, man, how you doing, man? And he
I-
It's a
I
white, yeah, just it's just another word for it. It's a white emoji.
Like you did, and I was like, I don't know. I guess he's patriotic these days.
because you didn't like respond back with anything. You just like, okay.
Well, yeah, I'm like, cool.
I mean, because really, when you see that, you're like, well, he's patriotic. Well,
Yeah, I was like, I guess.
I mean, at
he's-
least he's not a communist.
Well,
you know?
because a lot of people in Boston are very into like the American flag and shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, like, dude, and so I lived out. You've been to my
In
house
Boston
and-
for 8 or 11 years.
Yeah. But in Quincy, you went to my house a few times,
Yeah.
and there's people have American flags all over the place. But you know what's fucked up? On my street where I lived in Howes Neck, shout out Howes Neck.
Hey, shout out House Neck.
Yeah, street baby.
As a
Maybe
as a
bleep
person-
out what I said, and then
What? What do you mean?
bleep out bleep out.
Okay.
I don't want to put my street out there.
Where you used to live?
Yeah.
Mason, you're always giving out addresses
I know.
that you're at.
But yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyways, down the street from where I lived in Howes Neck, which is, you can leave Howes Neck in, there was a guy who did taxidermy, and he had a rebel flag outside of his house.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Flag?
it's a Confederate flag, and it's like, it's like, why would you, like, you do realize you're in Massachusetts, right?
Oh yeah.
And you know, and in New Hampshire, there's fucking rebel flags everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Oh yeah, everywhere. There's
Vermont.
Actually,
yeah, that's
it's-
how usually like kind of racism works.
It's just it's
Well,
just
it's
rural.
weird for
It's
racism,
rural
too.
areas. I noticed because I went out west. I went and lived on a weed farm for a harvest one year,
Right.
and there was Confederate flags everywhere. And it's like, dude, we're in Oregon.
Yeah.
What is that? Just means you're racist.
Yeah.
like there's no Southern heritage there. That's
Right,
just
right.
that's just racism.
No, it's crazy. Like it's just
Damn.
yeah. There's such a cognitive dissonance to racism. You know, so it's like it's just like, and people like, oh, there's racism like still there, and because people actually think like that. There's people that don't think in the capacity that it's not there because they don't. Either it's like a lot of reasons. One, they've never really like experienced it really directly, or culturally. No, I still got the same. That's good.
Oh yeah, me too. It's totally.
Yeah, it just I don't know. People it's just weird to me. Like
It is
there's
weird,
some
yeah.
people that don't think like it still exists.
Well, and also, you know, one thing. So I've traveled all over the fucking country, and if there's one thing that I noticed, racism is not a geographical thing. Like it's everywhere. Like it's legitimate. It's mostly rural areas.
Yeah.
Like closed-minded, like little witches all over. It's across the board. It's everywhere.
Oh,
There are rural areas everywhere,
Oh yeah,
and it's like so. That's why it's like when people say, "Oh, you're from down south." Oh, racism. It's like no.
Right. Yeah.
It's I lived in Boston. It was there too.
Well, in New England, it's I don't know if like I would call it racism necessarily, but there's just a lack of diversity in all of New England. So you're not like
Nah, this
with
racism
other
straight up, my
different-
nigga. I'm telling you, like I can't, like I experienced it straight up. Like
Yeah.
I'm not bullshitting you. Like
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I ain't
And-
gonna accept that. Like,
Dude, when I worked in the shipyard for a year and a half, and dude, there's I heard some horrendous shit
Okay.
that I was like, dude, I'm from Arkansas and I ain't ever even heard
which
that.
is interesting because actually to your point, not to
Yeah.
cut you off, like
No, yeah.
actually Boston is actually very diverse.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people probably may not think it is,
Okay.
but
They're in
what
their
happens
their
is,
areas,
Well,
though.
they're- yeah, then
Sure.
what happens is it's more like it gets it's more
Right,
segregated.
like Jamaica
Yeah.
Plain,
that's the
Mattapan.
point, where in Rhode Island it's just segregated, so people don't like a lot of white. You don't have any black friends.
Yeah.
You don't have any friends who are not white.
Yeah.
So like you just don't know how other people.
Versus like New
Lot,
York,
you know
versus
what I
like if
mean?
you were like living in like New York City or
Where
something.
one
Yeah.
street over is yeah.
Well, everyone's like it's
Yeah.
Dude, I met a
You know what I
guy. I met a guy in the shipyard I was working at, and he was from New York, but he was from this neighborhood of all Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
And or was it Puerto? I forget. I think it was Puerto Ricans. and he spoke as if he was not from like here.
Yeah.
Like he had a straight up barely spoke English, and he was like, yeah, I mean, where I grew up, you didn't have to speak
Right.
English.
Yeah.
It was just
The people.
all the people. It's just other Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy to think about that. Like it's like Chinatown, I guess. Like it's like that. That's what it is right there.
American
That's
dream.
what it is right here.
Sure.
Even though it's in America and they're Americans.
Yeah. And well, the country is like, and then people forget too. Like, it's just like comedy too. It's just like comedy, right? I feel like comedy. You know, I heard this before. It's like comedy is a moving art form.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to be able to kind of geographically, like, get out there.
Right, like doing the road and
do
shit.
it. In my opinion.
Making your shit work everywhere.
Yeah, so like racism is kind of like replicates that. It's like it's just not even racism itself, but just like you have to see the world in order to get a real grasp of like really what the world is, right? So that's why like people who are like only constricted to their areas only will know
They're like,
Right.
generally they're
Right.
what those areas. So
Yeah.
and I think that's like the kind of the issue where people don't have like they just don't have either the will or to not want to do it, like, you know, which actually
Right.
bothers me a little bit more.
Yeah, right. They're like, no, I'm good.
yeah, right. Like that's probably also not just racist. Like
Right.
they also they just are closed minded
Right.
in their life.
Like if
Yeah,
a black
right.
dude hit like a white dude like fucked him up, and the white dude was like, "Yo, fuck niggas now," and I'd be like, "All right, I get it." Like, you know what I'm saying, a little bit.
If he had a reason. Like, oh, at least he's got a reason.
I mean, like,
That's not blind racism. That's earned racism.
I'm like, all right, I kind of get it a little bit.
That guy got stomped out. He's allowed to have an opinion.
But you know, it shouldn't be like for every. I mean, it doesn't mean like everyone's like that. But
Hey, you want to know something funny? Not. Hey, oh Jesus Christ, Bill. So when I was like 15,
Oh, this is gonna be good if
I-
you can't
you
even
can-
get it
you
out.
can tell like right off the
I
bat.
went. I had these were my supposed friends. Like I thought we were friends. Thought we were friends, guys.
You are the type of dude that would think like he would have a lot of friends. Like that's the look of Mason. Because of the shit that you do is crazy. You're like, I thought he was my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's gullible as fuck.
So it was a Mexican kid and a black kid that I was friends with, and they were skateboarders, and I raced motocross, so like I liked skateboarding and shit, and we had grown up together, and I was like 16. I was like 16. And they were like, "Oh, we're going to Blackwell, which is the town you would have to go to because I grew up in a dry county. So you would go to Blackwell. That was where you would go to get beer and alcohol and shit. So they were like, "We're gonna make a run. Do you want anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a bottle of vodka." And so I give them the money at school, and then they go to Blackwell. They get the bottle, and then later it's like 11 p.m. They've been ignoring me all day, right? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get that. Let me get it. I'm just hanging out. You know, when you're that age, you don't have anywhere to go.
Right.
So you're just in your truck, like in a Walmart parking lot.
Oh, Bill.
And so, oh, did he fart?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Here, hit this and blow the smoke over there. Got to kill that. And so I'm like, all right, fine. So finally he gets a hold of me. Come to my house and I'll give it to you. I drive over there. I get the bottle. I'm so excited, right? I get a bottle or a Monster Energy. I get to the house and I take a swig of it and I immediately chase it. And I was like, that was weird. And then I sniffed it and I'm like, what the fuck? I took a drink. It was fucking water.
Fuck off.
I was furious. And then I texted him. I go, dude, what the fuck? And this motherfucker sent me, this was right when pictures started being able to go through the phone, sent me a grainy ass video of them with masks on, drinking the vodka and laughing. I was like, God damn it, dude.
We
What?
got you, dude.
I was
They
like,
ripped you off.
fuck you guys.
No, you said other words. You didn't say you guys.
You know what's can I be honest with y'all? Like I was in my one time I was thinking about Mason, right? Which is not usually like the case.
Yeah, you mean you don't always think about me?
So I'm just like thinking like, and something popped in my head. I was like, I wanted to go like alligator hunting. And I was like, who was the guy that I could like call just to go alligator hunting with? And I was actually gonna text you and be like, yo, you want to go alligator hunting in Arkansas?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wrong one.
Which one were you trying? Oh,
Let's go for this, dude.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, I was like literally gonna be like, and I think, and then I stopped myself. I'm like, that's kind of fucking racist.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just like automatically assuming like Mason would know alligator hunting. Like,
No, we do have. They give us a few. You have to sign up for them to get a few tags in my hometown.
yeah, I don't even know that. I don't know.
I mean,
But,
that's,
Boston.
that's generally hunting anything.
We
right?
could. When you fly out, when are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh, fuck.
Monday. Yeah.
So, you're not gonna stay for Kill Tony?
Or Martin Luther King Day.
What the fuck?
Man,
What the hell?
Yeah, bro.
that was
What
you
the
got this
fuck?
bus thing. There's got to be something for that. That was.
That's a good one, dude.
was-
We're just gonna
Jesus
go.
Christ, Nick.
Well, I'm gonna go celebrate tomorrow. What are you guys doing? I'm gonna hear what I'm gonna go. So I do this show.
I didn't really know him.
I know. I didn't either.
No what? Oh, they're not all related, Nick.
I know, dude. I'm gonna go. I do a show called Free Interviews, and I just go on the street and let people come up to me. So I'm probably gonna do something like.
Oh, like man on the street stuff.
Yeah, but I let them come to me. Let's not filmed and stuff, anonymous.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah.
probably do something with that tomorrow.
I think you should,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
That's a good thing. Martin Luther
So
King.
can we tell him about the?
Yeah, sure.
So we have a.
Oh, I could smell like
So-
some like black shit
Again,
in
so
it.
this is where I'm coming from.
Wait,
New England racism, not. That's my biases, I think, in my head.
So
Anyway.
okay, he is a very very genuinely just nice human being. First of all, I would like
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah, I can tell by the way he crosses his legs.
Yeah, well, you wait till you hear him sneeze. So we have another friend, Doug, who is a tour guide here in Austin.
Yeah.
And he was telling Nick about how he was asking questions about the tour guide, and he was like, what would you say is usually the demographic of like people who do the tour? And he's like, well, it's a lot of old whites, a lot of old people, and then we get a lot of a lot of black people. Mm-hmm. And he goes, oh, the tours must be really cheap.
But like immediately. So like, what the fuck? Where the fuck?
Right.
Anyway.
Well, okay.
I felt, dude, he didn't even.
It was like one of those things. Like I think it's something in autopilot clicked in because he said that and he goes, "Oh, they must be really cheap." Like instantly, like, and then he goes, "Wait, why did I say that?"
Yeah.
Well, we do.
But
we,
it
we,
was.
I try to. Well,
I don't know. Racism's definitely there. My stepdad was pretty racist.
well, I think. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I couldn't date a black girl because I'm afraid I'd say the N word while I was sleeping.
Oh.
He's busting out jokes now.
That's like it's like always. Sleep.
I had to save it.
What do you mean?
I was hoping it was gonna save it because he didn't laugh at the story.
No, I was just thinking like his.
Yeah. What do you think?
I was just like, no. Well, I mean, listen. My dad's pretty cheap.
Well, yeah, I think most
I don't
just
know
people
where
from
that
a certain generation are cheap. My dad's cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like. The thing is with me, like, I have a little different. Well, I don't want to say different. I hate to say different because I feel like, no, it's not different. The way I think is, the way I think about racism is like doesn't really come from like the point of like where probably most people would like. It's like because I'm from like I'm from Africa, like so we didn't really have that. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So like when we came here to this country, like we were just like, yo, like, as like Africans from like not from America, not African Americans from America, like we were African.
Actually, African.
Yeah, from like the place where like shit started. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're coming here, we're just like, so because like my culture like is like more of like we didn't have that like because everyone would look the same.
Right.
So it's like so my mom would be like, well, why is there so much issues when it comes to why is there like this is like the actual thing?
Have you ever gone back to visit?
Nah, bro. I never.
You've never been back?
Nah.
What country?
I'm from Eritrea. Yeah, just right on top of Ethiopia.
Okay.
So
And-
like Yemen,
Oh, okay.
So if we just crossed the Red Sea. Like
So were you born there?
Yeah, I was born in Sudan.
Okay.
I was born like in a refugee like.
Does that
Okay.
mean you have Sudan like citizenship as well, or?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta holler at some people over there. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Have you traveled? Have you been out of the country to anywhere?
Nah, I just got my citizenship last year.
Congrats.
On Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, hell yeah.
How about that?
That no wonder you
On
wanna be
June,
back home.
actually, no, it was on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Actually, Juneteenth. It was close enough. Like, it was close.
Well, you should be in Texas for that then.
Dude, it really. So it took. Why did it took that? You've been here for your whole life though, basically.
Yeah, I came here when I was like, a kid. So
Is it one of those things you had to choose when you turned 18 if you became a citizen or something? Or
You know what's crazy? My mom, this whole time, my parents was like, "Yo, just get your citizenship," And I'm like, but I was, I was able to do everything that I wanted though without it.
Right.
And I had no.
So it was from lack of trying. It wasn't that you couldn't get it or anything.
It just was like, just money.
Right.
It cost it.
Yeah, but having a dual passport, citizen passport, it's not bad, you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I wasn't thinking in that like.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
like I'm just a fucking
you were doing
kid.
your thing,
I was doing sports. I went to
yeah.
college. I'm just like going out to meet girls. Like I'm like.
Did you go to college in
I'm not
Massachusetts?
gonna go to fucking France. Like that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't need to go to France. No, I wouldn't want to go to France either.
No, I'm not. It just wasn't in my mindset.
Right.
And then what really got my mindset? No, it was like when Trump. I was just like, oh, this nigga could ship me out any minute.
Yeah.
Like, because I can get a felony, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not a citizen. Even though I had a green card, a permanent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't trust.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They can just physically just take
They
that
can
away.
take the card. Like,
And then you're fucked.
I had a actual resident card. I'm like, yo, at any point, someone could just take the card. Like,
Yeah. If you lose it, right?
It's, I mean, so anyways, I got my citizenship on Juneteenth, which was dope. Yeah, and then from now it's just like so basically I have kind of like it's an immigrant mentality like when it comes to like I think like so the appreciation is like very high for me like because we came
Right.
from real serious things,
That
so,
makes sense. Yeah.
but there is some fucked up things for real like in this country.
Well, you're like super like you're like very well spoken and have like no it's like you have no accent at all. You sound like you're from fucking Boston.
Well, this is the thing. I'm a refugee from Africa that moved to Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
when you were like,
you sound like you're from.
Were you like, how old were you when you got?
Oh, when I got here, I was young, very young. I was probably like maybe like 5.
Okay, so yeah,
Four.
you basically
Right. Basically,
you grew up here. So
Where'd
that's-
you go to college?
I went
In
to
Massachusetts?
I went to in Massachusetts, a small private college at the time. It's not there anymore, actually.
Oh, okay.
UMass Amherst
It
Ball.
was Trump University. I just felt all of that.
I went like this.
It all just blew on me.
Sorry.
Just disgusting.
Well, that bear coat didn't protect the fucking.
Yeah, that's my filter.
You know,
Dude.
it's something crazy.
Yeah.
So not crazy, but my sister's adopted, and she's from Cape Verde actually. And it's just an interesting thing where it's like
I welded with a bunch of guys from Cape Verde.
yeah
For 11
yeah,
years?
It's just interesting.
8
Like
months.
even through that, you still have like biases or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to think that like
Yeah.
just because like I can be I'm in the clear. I have a black sister. You know what I mean? That's not how this shit works.
I'm in the clear.
That's not how that shit works.
It sounded like I was like air traffic control, like from
Clear.
You're all clear.
Bringing it in.
You're all
clear for
clear.
black people. Clear for black people. Hold that 747, Jim. This is gonna take long. You may have to delay that flight, actually, Jim.
Oh, that's funny. Do you ever go to LA and stuff too?
I try, as much as I can.
Are you still friends with your boy you used to do the podcast with?
Yeah, Randy.
What,
yeah,
Randy? What's his last
I
name?
haven't heard from in a while, but we're still friends. Yeah.
What's his last name again?
Valerio.
That's it.
I know him.
I was
from,
I wanted to ask you if you knew him.
I don't know him, but like I
know the name.
I know the name. At one point, I had like a meme page, like kind of like how he does with his his tweets and
he's
stuff.
big on that. Yeah, he's like.
I used to do that, and I think he followed that page at one time, but I've never met him. I just know who he is through Instagram.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
we
dude.
followed each other.
Yeah, Randy's he does like a lot of the memes, you know,
Yeah.
like I think
Right.
he's like big on that, and then Randy has like that mind where it's like he's quick witted, and shit
Right.
like that.
Yeah, you guys did like over 200 episodes of that podcast, right?
We had 300.
Hell yeah. And what was that? It was Ready
Well, no, over 200. Yeah, over 200.
Ready
250.
Set Blow, right?
Yeah, it was Ready. It was called the Ready Set Blow podcast.
Yeah, and I remember when you came to do my show at the Crack, one of the outdoor ones, Joe Begley knew you from your podcast.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's here now.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see him?
I haven't seen him. I texted him
He's kind of in and out all the time.
Yeah,
but
he's in and out. I don't know. He texted me back, but then I texted him and he didn't respond back. But
he's probably not in town.
Probably not.
He
in town.
leaves all the time.
Yeah, he's good. I remember Joe when he first started. He was like a young kid
In Connecticut.
Yeah, he used to come out to Boston and like start out, and he just like but he was. I could tell he was gonna like do stuff because like his drive was different.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
then he had that one thing go viral or whatever.
Yeah, he's like
something
TikTok.
happened. Yeah, I'm not on TikTok. I don't know, but
yeah.
I can't have another thing to look at. Like it's just too, dude. I can't even have like an Xbox.
Okay. Yeah.
I just would be stuck. I would literally, if I got Red's Dead 2 and an Xbox, you wouldn't see me for at least a week and a half.
I like how he's excited about the game, but he still said the name of the game wrong.
Well,
yeah.
is that not what it's called?
Just
Red's Dead.
Not Reds. It's just Red Dead Redemption.
Whatever.
It's Red's Dead Redemption.
Red's Dead Redemption 2.
I do want to get the new Grand Theft Auto though.
Is it out yet?
No, but I mean, I want to get a console.
When I lived in Boston for 8 years, I would go. I was that skanky kid next door that goes across the street to play the other kid's Xbox.
Yeah.
He would let me come over, and he would like whenever like if Carrie was like at work or whatever, I'd sneak over there, and he'd let me just play Xbox while he like fucked around and did laundry or whatever, and I would just sit over there just like playing his because he was a bachelor, and he shout out Mike, dude, you rule, and he had this giant fucking TV, and he'd let me just play his Xbox, and I would just sit there for hours.
That's so funny.
We'd just smoke weed and fucking, this is so cool. And then like it was like seeing mom come home, you're like, oh shit, I gotta go, get the dog, we gotta go.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Have to run back across the street.
How's I was asking, so how's the comedy like for you guys going? Like,
Good. He's like in with Secret Show, which is pretty cool, which is Brian Redband's show every Thursday.
Oh, that's cool.
But the only way to get it is if you do well on Kill Tony and they invite you. So it's like you have to spend a bunch of time going to Kill Tony.
I lucked out though. I moved here a little over a year ago, and I got on it like on my 5th time trying. Yeah. And then I had a really good solid minute, and my interview was okay. I was like,
he's perfect for Kill Tony because he does one-liners.
Okay. And then
he's like
the interview
Stephen
was
Wright,
good,
but dirty.
He's like did the interview and then did Secret Show and did well and got invited back the next week and did well, and then not the next week but the week after got invited back, and then I just periodically get invited when.
And then just recently you got pulled up again.
Yeah, I got to do Secret Show, and then I got pulled up on Kill Tony 2 weeks ago. The episode airs tomorrow, actually. Joe Rogan was the guest.
He was a guest.
Yeah, and that was like one of the rare times I actually went and signed up. Because I got pulled up twice when I first got here, and I got the big joke book, which means you did good or whatever. And I didn't get Secret Show either time, though. And the second one, I was way too drunk to even be up there. I shouldn't have been up there, and I still did well.
Right.
But it was like I shouldn't have been up there.
Do you think when Redband's like picking people that he's really trying to think of what the lineup already is and who would do how that would affect his show?
Nah.
No, it's just kind of like.
I think it's like if he likes you in the moment.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had an interesting experience with Redband. Like I met him once. No, I met him a couple times, but like once I actually talked to him. It was at the Comedy Store in LA.
Okay, were you with Godfrey or
no?
Were you just?
No, I was just out there with. I was with Randy. We was doing like a week.
Okay.
Of podcasts with people. We had we did so at the Radio Abel podcast, we did a podcast with Dean Del Rey at the Comedy Store.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fuck yeah.
So and but the patio of the Comedy Store. If you guys
I've never been.
You've never been.
I've been there.
You've been, sure.
I've got to perform there twice.
Nice. Yeah. So you know the vibe of the store.
I've gotten a tour of all the cool stuff and all the the back
you got to see the green room, the back bar, and all that shit.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's it's a great place to be just to hang out and talk to comics and shit.
Right.
But so I'm like, yo, so you can actually meet these big time comedians because they're really just right
and
there.
if you're in the green room, they assume that you're supposed to be there.
Yeah,
it's like-
I definitely wasn't in the green room.
I thought you were in the. Oh,
No, not the
I
green room,
gotcha.
but just like I'm talking about the patio part.
Okay.
Like
The outside, the front, where people can just go and hang, which is a great idea because it's like it's outside. If you want to drink and hang out and be part
Is
of
that
that,
the in the like if
the
you're
front.
watching it's where the road is right, the
Yeah.
Sunset Strip is right there.
It's a cool concept because then it's like the shows are going on. And you take them seriously. Like if you want to get in here, like if you want to be here and drink here at the bar and support the business, they're like, yeah, go for it. But you're outside.
Okay,
and
but
this-
it's a separate ticket to go.
and then you still have to buy a ticket to
Gotcha.
go into
And you
Oh,
can,
you want to get. Yeah,
and you can't hear nothing from the outside. It's
Yeah.
like brick.
Oh, okay.
It's
it's
perfect.
really cool. It's
So-
nice.
So like so long story short, so he's coming, he would just talk, and I was like, I could tell like he's just like a smart cat, because I was just like, we were talking about podcasting, and he's like, nah. He's like, yeah, podcasting, that's cool, but the next thing is like virtual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
He said that shit to me 4 years ago.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like 5 years ago.
I still no. Virtual is never gonna beat live. It's
Yeah.
just not
Yeah,
gonna.
it's-
I mean, there's
It'll
a bunch
be
of
a novelty,
weirdos
I
that
think.
like that shit, but like,
Maybe a novelty, possibly.
I mean, there will be room for it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the
It's gonna
thing.
be a valid
It's
form as
gonna
well.
be unavoidable.
Duncan
You know what I mean?
Trussell
So
tried.
people are gonna do it, but whether or not it's successful or not, I'm
Welcome.
sorry, go ahead.
Welcome,
you're
Bill,
good.
to the
Duncan
pod.
Trussell tried. This is Bill.
It's
Duncan
a-
Trussell tried to do some sort of stand-up shows in VR back in like 2015. or
They're still
something.
doing them.
Yeah, no,
Is he doing
Oh,
it
yeah?
again?
yeah. So
They're still going on.
Yonder, shout out Yonder,
Yeah, well, I know
was
that
saying,
happens,
yeah,
yeah.
that they do open mics sort of in VR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this, I guess despite everyone's whatever opinion about it, like,
Yeah.
I mean, this dude.
I don't like it.
This dude told me, like,
I don't like
way
technology.
before.
Yeah.
Like he was like ahead of the game. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, like this guy's fucking.
What do
ahead
you
of the
think about? Do you like VR stuff?
game. I don't even know. Like
I've never done
Yeah, I have
I'm a
zero
VR guy,
desire.
so
I don't. I get it out of here. I don't like it one bit.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know anything about like technical
I just like
shit.
tech. I think, and like was like obviously some of it's like superfluous maybe or whatever, but like
Hey,
a lot
don't make up words.
I'm sorry.
First of all,
some of it's over.
First of all,
Done.
hold on. What the fuck did you just say? What word was that?
Superfluous.
Like it's like
Look
too
it up.
much or
Google
something.
it.
Like it's too.
Your computers.
It's freaking out.
Yeah.
No, it's a great-
It's
I don't-
it's one of my favorite words actually, but I probably should say it less. I guess.
I just now start. I used juxtaposition the other day, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, and he was actually
Dichotomy.
correct, and I was
Yeah.
surprised because I don't know if you've seen any of these clips. Mason doesn't do well with words.
Oh, Bill.
Well, you should listen to
Yeah,
my
dude. Yeah, dude.
Iron-
We already know he's been gassy, homie.
Well, it's because you spilled coffee all over him. It made him gassy.
Yeah, yeah,
Seat
sure
to the
did.
coach. That's funny.
Which comedians you rock with? Like you like
Oh,
which
like
one?
professionals?
Yeah, yeah.
I love Tom Segura. I guess more from podcasting is why I think I like them so much. But dude, Shane Gillis
Yeah.
is probably the best comedian working right now. I saw he popped in at Secret Show the other night on Thursday. Wow. He has gotten to a level of comfortability where it literally, when you're watching him, it seems like it's stream of consciousness. It just seems like he's just talking to the crowd as if he's in a room like this.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the goal is.
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
to get to that. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not, because I'm not really a joke writer. Like I don't do like joke. Like you don't do like jokey jokes.
No.
Neither do I.
No.
So like I would love to eventually be to that point where it's like you're just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's like he's at a level where it's legit like he's just talking to his friends.
Yeah.
But he does it in every room that he's in.
I kind of think I go like I have kind of a similar. type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
style.
definitely. You do. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, you get your there's two schools of thought on that, like like from just like the opinions of others or whatever, of comedy. I just feel like when it comes to comedy, people are laughing and they're with you.
Right, then
Do your
what?
thing. You
Then
know?
that's
If
it.
you
Yeah.
got your style, you got your style.
Yeah.
And then also, so obviously I work at Vulcan, so like I'm there every
saw you last
Thursday.
night.
Yeah, I'm there every Thursday through Sunday, and then I pick up shifts occasionally if I need to.
Vulcan
But
room was cool.
yeah, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
So that's where Rogan's at every Tuesday, Wednesday. Kill Tony's there,
Oh, okay.
and so on the Rogan shows though, whoever just did the podcast, they'll usually go up.
Yeah.
But anyways, Thursday nights I see Secret Show every Thursday, which is like 16 comics go on, and then whoever's in town they'll pop
It's a
in.
long
How
show.
many minutes?
It's like, well,
Like, it starts at
those
8
people.
and like I did.
Some of them will do 13 to 15.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like between 8 and 10.
Okay.
But so I'll tell you
the last one, the only.
That one went for 4 hours. The one that Shane popped in recently went for 4 hours, and it was nuts.
And the crowd still loves it. Like, they don't leave.
Oh,
no,
a lot of
they-
them leave, but mostly right there in the middle,
Yeah.
they all usually stay.
Yeah.
But the outskirts and upstairs, they usually leave. But I'll tell you who I see that is a super funny comic. This guy, literally, I hear more new material from him than anyone else that I see, and I see a lot of comedy. But Brian Simpson,
Yeah.
dude, he is constantly bringing new, and they all hit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like working out new shit all the fucking time,
Yeah.
and it crushes.
I was just talking to
He's the man.
Brian Simpson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian's he's
He's so funny.
he came to
dude.
Boston one time, and I reached out to some,
Super
some
nice guy,
rooms.
too.
Yeah, some rooms for him to get up. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Which is interesting because I've never it's interesting because I never it's unusual. You could there's so many comedians, and
Yeah.
and so many people do well, and you don't.
Right. There's a lot of good comics.
And but you may not never meet them. Mm-hmm. That's the thing, because they're doing their thing,
Yeah.
But
I met Brian like in 2015 back in Tulare, California, at this spot called Barmageddon. It's really awesome, like arcade bar. It's in a basement, but it's in this real rural town,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he was super nice to me back then. Then when he came out here, I see him all the time because I'll either be at home, just see him around and stuff. And he's
And he
very,
also
very nice.
he's always walking around trying to find spots too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he'll dude. I saw him do an open mic.
Yeah.
Just for it was at Creek, but
Yeah.
He reminds me. Yeah, he knows another guy who does that. Who I fuck with is Mark Norman.
oh yeah, he'll do anything.
Yeah,
He doesn't say no.
He's like a workhorse, man.
Yeah, and he's like a jokey joke. He's like a
he's about Joe. Yeah.
I was bummed. I was in New York recently, but I was sick. I was doing orientation for a new job, and Mark Norman was producing a show. I think it was called Egg Shells or Egg something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool to see who he thought was funny and what type of show he would put together.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know Sam Buck. You've done.
yeah.
I think you've done his podcast.
I've
Have you
done-
done Bucked Up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have.
I did.
I think you did it when Irish and Ani had that studio in New York.
I did do it. Yeah.
Right.
The beginning one, not
Right.
not the new one now.
Right.
Yeah, but
So he has done shows with Mark Norman in the Stand and shit.
yeah. I mean, it's like, and I think that's what. Damn, that's what I'm saying. It's comedy's about repetition, and try to. Get
And with comedy too, it's you get to it's very easy to meet someone who's way up here, and you might even be way down here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm sure there's
As long as
obviously
you're behaving like a normal person.
yeah. If you're being not a like a fucking fanboy or something,
yeah.
you can actually just talk to these guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll do
Like
it.
I smoked a joint with Ryan Sickler, and he was one of the nicest fucking dudes.
Yeah.
I got to hang out with Norm Macdonald in the green room of the Wilbur years ago before the pandemic with Chance Langton.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Chance.
Not at all.
You don't know Chance, the old guitar act.
Oh yeah, Chance. Oh yeah, Chance. Not at all.
You would know him. He's around, dude. He was always at the Comedy Studio, and he plays guitar.
Oh, I definitely didn't know.
Yeah, it was very nice older gentleman. But
He played a
anyways,
fucking guitar.
he was in he was like one of the voices in
Nah,
Eight
I'm just
Crazy
kidding, I'm
Nights.
just fucking-
You do know him,
No, I don't.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Imagine if he did that and he didn't even know that normally they fuck with you.
but you do know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say-
I know
I like
of him.
Chase.
Yeah, like he's literally like one of the Boston legends around,
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
guess. I don't know.
What were you gonna say before?
The fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, the thing about you were talking about Mason about the meeting you can kind of be in a room with a comedian. It's up here, and that's how comedy kind of works.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is if you're lucky to experience that. And it was like that for me because there's some people I've met in this business and I've performed with, and I'm just like, how the fuck am I in this room right now? You know what I mean?
You feel grateful, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just I'm definitely not better than them, at all. But I'm but I'm good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you're but I don't feel like it. But it's at the same time, you're still in the room with dude.
Right.
I've been in rooms with
well, your friend,
I work with-
Friends is one of the best fucking comics ever. Godfrey.
yeah.
He's so fucking good.
Godfrey's
And
like,
he hasn't aged. I think he's a vampire.
yeah, he takes care of himself. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He doesn't fuck around like when it comes to his health and shit.
Right.
Yeah, vitamins. He's all into like he's really.
I remember when he was the Surge guy. Remember the commercial?
Yeah.
He was the Surge
Sorry, I
guy.
didn't see that one. I know he was he had.
Or was it 7 Up?
It was
Was it
7
7 Up?
Up.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It was 7 Up? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he used to do.
But that's crazy to think about. He's been around that
I
long.
remember being in middle school watching him on like Comedy Central and stuff.
Yeah, dude, he's been around forever.
oh, yeah, he's been around, man.
It's crazy that he's not way, way bigger.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he knows that too.
Yeah.
But like, you know, he's like he'll tell you that he's like, but he's I would say he's probably one of the best. He's probably one of the best comedians like to ever. Do
His
it.
impressions
not
are,
like now working. No, I'm saying like to ever do it.
yeah, and his impressions are fucking really good too.
Dude, he's so like he's like one of those comedians that just has so many things in his arsenal. You know what I mean? Like
Right. He used to do warm up for
Cosby.
was it the Cosby Show
It was
or
Cosby? Yeah.
Or was it the Cosby Show?
Not the show. He had a follow-up show that was like.
Okay.
In the late. Like,
When you say arsenal, you mean like material
It's-
or just
yeah.
technical
Yeah.
talented? Okay.
No, just everything. Like technically, he's technically fucking
Gotcha.
like, and he's like, he's.
He needs to- he
he's
should do a
physical,
special.
He could do impressions.
Where does he live?
New York.
New York.
Yeah, he's. I've been on shows with him on weekends with him, or shows that I'm lucky to be part of. He'll do like a weekend, right? 5 shows. He'll do a different hour every show.
That's dude.
Like, he has, like, that
yeah,
much material.
That's so that people used to say Richard Jenney would do that.
And I'm like experiencing this. Yo, there was one time like we were in like I was lucky enough to open up for him at the Wilbur Theater. Like,
Oh,
a
that's so
post-show.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that, but there was a show in Atlanta like we were at, which I fucking bombed in. That was like, ugh. I'm just like this. Yeah, these white girl jokes is not happening. Like,
Right. Where was it at that Skull and Crossbones or whatever, or Laughing Skull?
it was at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta, which is actually it's really set up like a club, really.
Okay.
But it's a lot of people, bro, and they're like every single comedian that was like who lives in Atlanta. There's a lot of like really like professional comedians that live in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Comedians like fucking like. There's just a lot of comedians that live down there. We saw like Mike Epps like and shit like.
Oh, okay.
So down there,
Yeah.
so yo, they all showed up at because when he performed like at that club, bro, he got a standing ovation like I've never seen it.
Right.
Like it was like he's smart, he's witty, he was energetic, he's like conscious, like and like you said, he doesn't get a lot. Just there's a story about him where he auditioned for Saturday Night Live, and he said that one of the producers told him, was like, yeah, we didn't pick you because you were gonna you're better than like the whole cast.
Right.
Damn. Yeah.
And they had a plan for like to build up the other cast members as such, but if you come in,
You're just gonna blow every. Yeah. You're gonna steal every scene.
and
Literally.
it's like kind of
That's kind of fucked up.
dog.
Yeah.
What years
You know what I
what
mean?
years is this?
Huh?
Like,
This
what-
is a while ago. Like
Oh my
I don't know.
This was probably early 2000s, right?
I would
That
probably
was a decent cast.
I would say late 90s or yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
because he's been. He's like 30. Is he 30 years in?
Yeah, I would say
Something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say 25, 30.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because he's been on he used to roll with like Patrice O'Neal and them. Like,
Right.
Yeah. But I like guys like him. He's fantastic. Donald Rollins is another one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I met like Chappelle through him. That shit.
Oh
was,
yeah,
like,
you
dope.
got to, dude. You got to go to the Ohio. You got to go to the farm.
Yeah. The shows during
Did you
COVID.
get to perform or did you just go?
Oh hell no.
Yeah, you just went right. Okay.
That's just not
Like that clip would be on the internet.
I think I would be here.
Hey, that was cool though. That was cool though, right?
I'd be
Getting
trying to
go
like
there?
go. I'd be in Dubai or something. Like living in
Hell yeah.
No. Yeah, we went, bro. It was fucking dope. I think because Chappelle did shows during COVID, and like Louis C.K. I saw Louis C.K. But the best part of the shows were like the after party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was able to go to the after party.
That's dope.
And
I'm
like,
sure a bunch of people like just flew in for
Bro,
Chappelle's
I'm gonna
parties,
tell,
dude.
yo, bro, you have no idea, dog,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I can-
It was at his he has like this little he owns a lot of lands,
Right.
And he lives in like Yellow Springs, which everyone knows, right? So yeah, I don't need to drop his address, fucking Mason, like
Yeah.
Yeah, we got him. We got him.
So I'm like, yo, and I'm with Randy, my boy Randy, because Randy flew in from LA for this shit. Because we're like, you gotta go to a Chappelle show during COVID. He's putting together dope shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yo, we get there, man, and like, okay, the shows were good, whatever. After party, boom, and then like it's in one of his like little like he has like a area where like they play music and shit. Yo, this is what's crazy. This is why Chappelle's so dope. I walk in, right? We have a wristband for the guests, the VIP guests, whatever. We walk in, so it's Chappelle. This is why I first see like walking in. Chappelle, Common, Talib Kweli, and like I think it was John Mayer.
Oh yeah. That's so funny. He like tried to do comedy, I think, too.
He's a fan of comedy. He does it a little bit.
No, John Mayer tried to do comedy, I believe.
Yeah, and this is what I don't even think he'll remember this. I don't think he'll remember saying this, but like this is what he said to me, right? I go up to him. He's like, "Nice to meet you, man." He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Oh, I'm Chase," and he goes, "This is what Chappelle. I'll never fucking forget this." He goes, "I don't know you, but you must be somebody if you're at this party."
Huh.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like,
You're like, I actually stole this from a guy outside.
yeah, I'm like, I just bought this off like fucking Ace tickets, like,
Right.
But I just was like, and it was like the vibe was dope, like Chappelle's like vibe, like his energy, like people just you could be yourself, everyone Letterman, like it's like everyone's having a good time. Tiffany Haddish, like everyone, I'm just like some fucking dinky dork from fucking Boston, just
happy to be there.
Just happy to be there.
Yeah.
And I think like I take that into my comedy, man. Like I really appreciate like everybody's like giving me opportunities and shit like that.
Right.
And being cool. We were talking about being cool to people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And also, people don't forget.
Yeah.
Like people fucking remember that shit, and they remember it if you're not cool.
Oh shit!
I remember.
Are you petty, bro?
Tom Petty.
The Punisher strikes again.
That's right. We were just.
He must have just watched This Is the End last night.
Tom Petty. No, I'm not petty.
No, what I'm saying petty, but like, are you one of these people like
Richard Petty?
Like sometimes people will be like, oh, once I make it.
Petty, is that-
What's that?
Sorry, this is the podcast. You try and tell a story or get a question in, and Mason just talks. We gave Nick a mic, and he's just been coming in.
I'll just no, I don't know.
I'll keep going. I was interested.
No, it's just like you said, going back to what you were saying, just being cool, paying it forward.
Right.
Yeah. I just think it's this. I've been lucky enough to kind of do some things where you just like, I don't know, you just be like, oh shit, you just work hard, treat people cool. Don't be a fucking like,
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a thirst bucket.
Don't be a dick and don't be a kiss ass.
Don't be a thirst bucket. Like these fucking like this.
Right.
When I mean a thirst bucket, it's like I'm just like, dude, you don't even like when I was in LA. Sometimes in LA, I'd be like, ugh, fucking talking
Dude,
to these
I
people.
feel like LA is probably nothing but that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to shit on it. I want to be these type of shit on it because there's beautiful parts about LA that I love, and there's good people there too. But there's just people that they'll talk to you, and like if someone's more famous or something, they're just like
They just completely just stop talking.
yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, cool. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like, man, I don't know. But this whole weekend, like last night was wild, bro. Is crazy. You guys got like lit shows down here. Like,
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
Say well if you can get on them.
you got, is that why you? Yeah, Jason like texted me yesterday. He's like, got any shows tonight? I'm like, yeah, I'm at this show. He's like, oh shit, you're at that show?
Yeah. I was
And I'm
like, that's a good one.
And I'm like, I'm at the Creek at like this show. And he's like, you're at the fucking Creek.
That's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
Filthy Show is the best one. That's such a good show, dude.
It's a show. Yeah, it is.
And it's like that like every Saturday.
So yeah, I mean,
any show you get on with Lucas McCurry is good. He's just a great.
I talked to him
He's a
yesterday.
great comic.
Yeah, Lucas is the
promoter.
best.
He's a good
Lucas
dude,
is
He's the one
Lucas
who
is
put on.
really
He's
cool.
the one who put on main course at Kingdom that you're
Nice.
at. Like shout out Lucas.
Yeah, shout out Lucas, man. I talked to him. He's
Super nice
seemed
guy.
like he's a great, look like a good dude. He's
He puts those shows. He sells out Vulcan all the time too.
yeah. And I saw you at Vulcan when I was at Vulcan last night.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my set, but like
I did. I send you those pictures. I took your pictures.
oh, you took pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, still
Send
nice.
you some Vulcan pictures.
I actually told him I was like, can you take some pictures of me?
Yeah, that was fun.
You should have had Colt film his set.
Oh, I know. I don't think he had his equipment on him. All right. Well, let's go. Let's do plugs real quick. Chase Abel, what you got going on, man?
Shit. You already kind of talked about it. My podcast. You can follow me on my podcast. It's like a conversational podcast about shit that I talk about.
That's cut to the chase.
Yeah,
that's on YouTube.
Yeah,
everywhere.
cut to the chase. It's actually with the number 2. So
okay.
Yeah, so you have to put with the number 2. So you can follow me on there, and Instagram at Chase Abel. That's ELABEL. So at Chase Abel. I'm on. I'm not really on TikTok, but I just post like clips there.
You'll be able to find it.
Ugh. Just ugh. Can you just? Ugh.
That laugh was for you, by the way.
And yeah, I mean, as far as like that, I mean, I have some shows. I'll be at the Comedy Connection on the 19th to the 21st in Providence. So hosting for Chris Red.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Tell him I said hi.
I will. I will. And that's it.
Oh yeah! Thank you for coming on. And Nick, you want to plug?
Yeah, check out Absurd Junk on YouTube. We got a lot of good shows. If you're in Austin, come check out Snail Haven shows. It's a mic, but it might as well be a show. We had an audience of 20 people the other night, so
oh hell yeah!
Come hang out. It's a lot of fun.
Is that where we're gonna end up doing the 100th episode? You think?
I mean, you could do it in my yard if you want, or like we could do it in the back of a tattoo parlor. I mean, we got options.
Oh, bro! Before we get to
we're gonna be doing a live 100th episode.
Before we leave this podcast, what's the when I get out of here, or whatever, what's the happening go to food spot? What would you recommend?
Do you want barbecue?
Fuck yeah, my nigga.
So I prefer. Tell me if you think.
Either go to Terry Black's or Franklin.
See,
Terry Black's?
No, here.
saying
See,
that?
I have a
Amazing.
disagreement here. I would say go to Styles over Terry Black's, and Franklin's you're not gonna get in.
Yeah,
It's too late.
Franklin's is just not gonna happen.
Just giving them bad
I would say
advice.
go to Styles, and I think it's better than Terry
Downtown?
Black's. No, it's on North Lamar.
Downtown. How about downtown area? Nothing.
Lambert's. Go to fucking Chad's place.
Would you agree, Nick?
I haven't had the barbecue.
Go to
I
Lambert's,
went there. It's
dude.
pretty good.
Okay.
What, you don't think you should go to Lambert's, Chad?
It's a bougie
No, I mean that
ass.
face because y'all fuckers are talking about barbecue and you're sending them to the two most popular spots.
I said
And then he
Lambert's.
said downtown, and I was like, somebody fucking say it.
I said it. I said it. Lambert's. Go to Lambert's. Go to Lambert's.
All right, man. I didn't mean to fucking stir up a fucking pot here. Jesus
No, because
Christ.
Terry Black's is fucking overrated.
It's
And then Franklin's you're not going to get in. Styles is good, but it's kind of a hike. Lambert's fucking rules. Go to Lambert's.
I'll go to Lambert's.
Lambert's, the food's good. Terry
good
Black's is
whiskey.
just like that.
Nah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's like you
a
say
thing
you
to
went
go
to
do,
Terry
and
Black's.
it's- But I mean, I'll give them that. They have really good brisket, but everything else is just whatever.
Yeah.
I'm actually just gonna go because it just reminds me of a New York Jewish deli. So I'm just gonna go. Just
No, go to
And their
Lambert's.
sides, I don't like their sides either.
Yeah, I've got a fucking.
Well, stop talking shit on local businesses.
I was gonna wait for someone to be like, this might not be like.
If you want to sponsor us,
No, I mean, it's fine.
By the
if
way,
you're-
guys, I'm from out of town. I'm not from any
Yeah.
I don't know.
none of us.
All right. Nicholas Ceppaglia, Nick Fitzwell on all social medias across the board. I got on my Kill Tony comes out. My second Kill Tony comes out tomorrow, so that'll be out by the time you watch this. Check it out.
Oh, that was a good one. Did you hear that, dude? Did you hear that?
That was amazing.
That was a good one.
Yo, do you know what's one thing?
encourage him.
One thing about Nick though, I just noticed, Nick's got an energy of an Albanian drug dealer.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, hey,
You know what
hey,
I'm saying? He's very you fuck shit up. You do jujitsu and shit. What the fuck? Yeah, I got that.
hey,
I exercise. I just lift weights.
Hey,
It's just
Chase.
Oh, the confidence in that answer.
Chase.
Jesus.
So my mom texted me the other day. We released this one episode of Protect Our Farts. Is this thing we do with him and Jackson Fagundes, another local comedian.
Great name.
And
Fun on Nick's.
we did a Men in Black type Photoshop, and he had his hair slicked back and his sunglasses on. And my mom texts. My mom loves the podcast, and she goes, Nicholas looks just like John Travolta.
Mom would say that.
I was like, more like John Revolta.
fucking hates you.
Wow.
Oh, that's been High Noon, guys.
I got to
everybody.
do plugs too. Guys, please get your tickets now. Got my show Midnight Mass at Vulcan Gas Company on February 4th. Please get tickets. They're $15.
Yeah, I'm on that too.
Yeah, Ceppaglia is on it, and Nick's gonna be filming it. It's gonna be a good time. Me and Munford Davis. And also, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The High Noon Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at @HighNoon_pod. And I'm at Mason Smith Comedian. And Chase Abel, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Ceppaglia, Nick, Corey, follow Absurd Junk.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for
problem.
Mason. Thank you for Nat. Nat also. Shout out to Nat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys, for having me. And,
Absolutely, dude. I'm glad you got to come on.
Yeah, they appreciate you, man.
Fuck yeah.
And I have shows in February as well, just to continue my plugs.
Don't forget to turn the mics off.
When is this coming out?
This is a
Couple weeks.
Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
It's coming out tomorrow.
Man, we had such a good little ending on the plugs, and then it just fucking. All right, hit it.
All right, guys, I love y'all.
Howdy, partner. Thanks for tuning in to High Noon with that wily coyote, Mason Smith. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all platforms. We'll see you next week on the Dusty Trail for more hijinks and fun.
Ha